You're not a refugee and you're not an aid worker. Why are you here?
Is Taris at war?
Might as well be. The local troops dragged us out of our homes. They said we'd be safer here while they fight the scavengers and pirates. While one side's looting, the other's bombing, and we get to sit in a tent and hope.
You gonna be alright?
It's not me I'm worried about. It's my brother, it's my mom who hasn't left her tent. So I'm trying to keep us together and stay honest. Some people around here, I'm not gonna do what they do for credits. The whole camp's just waiting to go back to the settlement, but the scavengers are still there, probably looting left and right.
I could check out your home, see if it's still standing.
Hey, did you say you're going to her house?
Someone's going to the settlement? Get me my land speeder!
My farming droids are still out there. Oh, and my sonic washer. Hey, Bada, get out here. Someone's making a trip.
All of you, back off. We do this one at a time, or nobody gets anything. This could take a while. Are you still in?
Just, everyone can't talk at once.
Okay, one at a time. You get one item, one portable item. Make it count.
I want my digging tools. I don't know how long we'll be here, and if we're going to build or grow anything, we'll need them.
All I hear all day is dumb boys fighting because there's nothing to do. I've got a box with 10 custom Pazak decks. Bring those.
I got a micro generator in my toolbox. Bring the toolbox and we can plug in everything electric.
I've spent years working on a novel in my spare time. It's on data file. I'm sure it won't have been stolen.
And what I need is our Nadu seeds. Just a few packets would go a long way. It'd mean everything to my mother. Please, hurry.
You're leaking oil again. You want to set this whole warehouse on fire?
The Maker said it is better to burn out than rust away. Perhaps I'm testing that wisdom, mistress.
I'm looking for Beryl Thorne.
That's me. Argo's what passes for my second in command. I recognize you from Risha's holo. Let's get one thing straight. The only reason I agreed to help is because my contract supplying the Taris Reclamation Project is at risk. Looked like easy credits. Turns out Taris is anything but easy. There are lots of interesting ways to die.
As long as you're breathing, you're still in business.
Some business. I'm barely covering my own expenses. If I don't finish my contract, I don't get paid. Tyradol, my partner, died on a supply run. Put me in a real bind. I'll find that vault, but I have to finish my contract to do it. You work for me, and I'll work for you. Deal?
I wasn't aware this was a negotiation.
You can always wander around and hope you bump into the vault by accident. I only have 2 deliveries left. Soon as you handle them both, we'll find your vault. The first job's for a Republic scientist named Vernon. He's got a research camp in Rakghoul territory.
What exactly am I delivering?
Some kind of sensor equipment, don't know what it's for. I'll start working on your job while you handle mine. Isn't cooperation grand?
Hello again, Captain. I didn't know you and Thorne were acquainted.
Agent Saganti, what a lovely surprise. It's only been a day since your last inspection. Don't you Republic Customs boys have better things to do than turn my warehouse upside down again?
I can inspect this warehouse whenever I want. It's the law.
Take Dr. Vernon's delivery, Captain. There's no reason for you to stick around.
Have fun with Agent Fancy Pants.
You're a regular comedian. Maybe I'll find a reason to keep you around, so you can make me laugh all the time.
Poke around the warehouse all you want, Agent. You won't find anything out of order.
What did I just step in, Thorne?
My apologies, sir. I believe that is my hydraulic fluid.
dumb, ugly, and dead. But they drew the short straw to land this duty.
Dear Adele, I regret that your husband was killed yesterday by rat ghouls. Please accept my condolences. Dr. Soilan was an excellent scientist. I've never composed a death notice before. How did that sound?
You might try softening the blow a little.
Really? Adele always impressed me as something of a stoic. Then again, she is a widow now. Ah, I recognize the symbols on that container. My bio-alarms have finally arrived. Good, good. If only this had arrived in time to save my associates. Not your fault, certainly. We knew the risk of studying rat ghouls.
How did you manage to survive by yourself?
I do seem to have beaten the odds. Perhaps there's something about me these creatures don't like. My colleagues and I were studying the rat ghouls' behavior, hoping to find a means of containing them. We can't afford to let the rat ghouls impede our progress. The Republic's rebuilding efforts on Taris are paramount to future prosperity.
What's so important about Taris?
This was a wonderful planet before the Sith destroyed it. The Republic must rebuild, and show that Sith aggression will not stand. I've isolated an identifying element in the rat ghouls' physiology, making it possible to detect and track their movements. The bio-alarms you brought will reveal how the creatures hunt. However, installing them will be a challenge with all my assistants dead.
You got the credits, Doc. I got the time.
Thanks to the rat ghouls, I have a budget surplus for staff expenses. You're hired. Place a bio-alarm at each survey station we've established, and I'll see you're amply rewarded.
If I get killed, I'm gonna be so mad.
The path of knowledge is fraught with peril, but we must tread it nevertheless. Come back when you're done, and we'll celebrate your success. Normally, I'd ask for your next of kin's hollow frequency, but I'd rather maintain some optimism. Good luck. Splendid work. I'm already receiving data transmissions from the bio-alarms. You've done the Republic's rebuilding effort a tremendous favor.
Those rat-ghouls are no trouble at all.
Thanks to you, the Republic's reclamation teams will soon be saying the same thing. What you've done most definitely calls for generous compensation. Good show.
Seems dangerous to stay out here all alone.
I'm 100% safer now with the bio-alarms in place. I'll be fine. Accept these credits with my extreme gratitude. I'll begin collating my data. Thank you again for everything.
Hey, Captain. How are things out there?
That crazy Republic scientist got his gear.
Glad to hear it. That's one down, one to go. I finally located the other supplies you need to deliver. They were lost when Tyradol got killed by the rat-ghouls. A Republic patrol found the supplies with Tyradol's remains, dropped everything off at an outpost near the lake.
What do you know about this lake? Is there swimming?
Only if you enjoy bathing in acid. All you have to do is swing by the outpost, grab the supplies, and take them to an engineer named Ovold. Ovold will give you some planetary core samples to bring back to me. Got it?
You better have that vault's location when I get back.
I'm working on it, don't you worry. Grab the supplies from the outpost, get them to Ovold, and return to me with his core samples. Good luck.
Vitas! Everybody, he's back!
Is everything okay? What did the scavengers take?
Okay, calm down, people. Let's deal with the possessions first, so those who want to can leave.
I got what you wanted.
This is fabulous. Not a page lost.
Yeah, I can't wait to turn this on.
I have to show these to my mother. She's been so worried. I'll be right back.
I think what she meant to say was thank you, but she's a little giddy. Don't worry. None of us will forget your generosity.
That's right. I got you.
I don't care what your plan is. We're not sticking around to get eaten alive. Me and my crew are leaving, period.
If you want to abandon the work you agreed to do for the Republic, I can't stop you. But you aren't leaving. A 6-month quarantine requirement has been put into effect. Anyone trying to leave without prior authorization is subject. You can sit in a medical bay and go broke, or you can help us accomplish something unprecedented. It's your choice.
If they aren't being paid anymore, can I get their share?
Hey! Just who do you think you are?
I know you're going to make the right decision here, Hull. Come back when you do. Unfortunately, not everyone flourishes in the face of adversity. Scouting parties are already reporting lower rat-ghoul populations. Most of our work crews are gearing up. We're finally gonna get this project moving.
If things are back on track, does that mean you'll have time for dinner sometime?
Social engagements aren't in the cards for the time being, but it's kind of you to ask. My ancestors called Taris home once. Thanks to you, millions of people might call it home again someday. Stay safe, and stay in touch.
Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Taris is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
The destruction of Taris was a terrible loss.
And we almost let it happen again on Coruscant. 300 years after Taris, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
I could take a battlecruiser or two, but I don't know if I can stop a whole bombardment.
We're not there yet. Right now, we're just trying to learn what we did wrong. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my teams lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Taris.
What's this ship? Why is it so valuable?
There were Jedi aboard back in the day. Now, we hope it's got data on the attackers. The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your #2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Viki at the outpost.
Bimkanaya Nugan. Ejinim Naya Lak Umnan Mege. Nule Lak Apa Jam Kamgram. Amkanem Nang Nemua Inuk.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yang Perlu Amka. Kalima Naya Kira. Bomo Gala Apayang. Nilama Imi Amka Angap. Kala Jiwa Nimok. Bemgam Nyama Naya Aikam.
Explain to me how that would be useful.
Beraka Karam Kara. Ninyamok Oramag Yang Megik. Nibaga Klamka. Gakyam. Glaknimu Amya Galak. Naya Narankam. Kala Ama Mani Mami. Libik Bak.
I'm a little rushed right now. Maybe later?
Manub Meraka Naja. Kinamabam. Yak Manala. Memgam Gamgi. Nina Gegwan. Amnerna Hanak. Kamperem Ganyam Bajiyang. Manikikum Bukam.
So, how'd you end up out here, Captain? Was there ever a time you wanted something more normal? A family? A steady job somewhere you didn't need a blaster in hand?
I'm just in this until I can retire rich.
I don't know. It's hard to go back. I met a mercenary on Clackdoor 7 when I was in the brigade. He'd spent 20 years fighting for the Republic. I was 16, fresh off the ship. This guy gave me my first blaster.
I thought you country boys grow up shooting.
I mean, sure, I'd handled a hunting rifle, but never anything aimed at people. This guy told me, gun's just a tool. You use it to destroy, or you use it to protect against those who would destroy you.
And you took it to heart.
Made me think different about guns. You can't protect the people you love if you're afraid to get your hands dirty. I brought Torchy home and my parents made me lock her up, told me not to wish away peace. I didn't have her when the Separatists came.
As you can see by the data, there is no disease in known space that propagates as quickly as the Tarisian Rakul plague. Even one individual Rakul can start a pandemic, as we have observed in 81 colonies to date. Until a vaccine can be widely distributed, it is highly doubtful that any civilian colonization effort will yield lasting results. Thank you.
If you're working on a vaccine, I'd like to help.
Working on is a generous term. The last breakthrough in Rakul plague research was 3 centuries ago. HoloNet archives say a Dr. Forn developed a Rakghoul serum vaccine just hours before the bombardment. I've been trying to acquire this serum, but short of putting a blaster to someone's head, that's not going to happen.
You're doing important work. Progress will come.
As it stands, space pirates have made more progress than I have. They went after the ruins of Sepanik Memorial Hospital. Sepanik was well preserved. If there's Rakghoul serum to be found, it'd be there. I asked Commander Viki to step in, but since it wasn't a Republic hospital, the pirates have legal salvage rights.
Legal and I have parted ways. This planet needs a cure, right?
I can't say what will be required to get this done, but this plague has infected half a planet's worth of people. So if that serum shows up on my lab table, it'd be unethical to throw it away for any reason. I hope my position is clear.